Okay, Masechet Megillah Daf Yotet. We are doing currently a summary on it. So the Megillah has to be written in Ashuris, in Lashon Kodesh, because it says in the verse Kiksavim Ukizmanim. So it has to be mamash, like in the times of then, which was written in which was Lashon Kodesh. And it has to be written down in Sefer. Why in a Sefer Daf? Because we have a Gzera Shava Ksiva. Sorry, it has to be written down with diot, with black ink. Why? Because we have a Gzera Shava Ksiva. Just like over there, they wrote the Sefer Torah. Ala Sefer B'diyo. Same thing here with the Megillah. It has to be written down dafka with black ink. Okay. Then the Mishnah says that if a guy is a ben ir shalach lekerach, a guy who's a guy that has Megillah on the 14, went to the city that lives on the 15th, or guys with 15 or they went on the 14. So it says that if he's going to come back, then he doesn't need to do the Megillah. But if he's going to stay there, he needs to read the Megillah with them. What does it mean to go back? What does it mean to stay there? Rava says that if you're going to go back during the nighttime, let's say you're a 14er, and you go to listen in Jerusalem, it's a walled city. If you're going to go back before Alot HaShachar, for the morning, then you don't need to read with them the Megillah. But if you're going to stay in Jerusalem till the morning, even though you live in Tel Aviv, you still need to read the Megillah on the 15th. Then the Gemara says that in regards to a villager who reads on Mondays and Thursdays, if he goes into the city on the 14th, he needs to read with them, even though he already read on a Monday and a Thursday. And then the Gemara says that there's multiple opinions of where we start reading the Megillah. We have one opinion that says we read from the beginning to the end. We have another opinion that says we read from Mordechai, from Esther, from when the miracle happened, from when Haman comes up as a subject. And the Gemara brings many verses to how to prove each and every theory. Then the Gemara says that the Megillah was called both a Sefer and an Igeret. Why was it called a Sefer, which is like a Sefer Torah? Why was it called an Igeret, which is in no papers? The Gemara says it's called a Sefer. Why? To teach you that if it was sewed with flax, then it was puzzle. Just like a Sefer Torah is puzzle with flax, if it's sewed with flax, same thing a Sefer Megillah. And it was called also an Igeret, which is a note to teach you that if it was sewed with the body parts of an animal, the muscle tissue with an animal, then it's kosher, just like any other note. And then the Rachman says that it cannot be meshulashim. Then the Gemara says that if you read the Megillah, aksiva ben aksuvim. What is aksiva ben aksuvim? Meaning that this is the Sefer Torah, like a Sefer Torah, where you have the Megillah in the middle, but you have other parshas as well next to it. If lacking in the pirsumei nisa, you're not expressing the chag enough, so it's puzzle. So it has to be written dafka in its own Megillah. We see nowadays in shuls already has their own Megillahs, but it is kosher to do it in a ksiva ben aksuvim when it is mechas v'miyarta punta, means it's bigger or smaller than the other ktavim, then it's kosher. Then the Gemara says that this psul is only b'tzibur shana, only in a minyan, but when you're in your house by yourself, you can read the Megillah even lechatchila in a Sefer Torah. The Gemara says also shilu tefa, that we live a little bit on the top of a sefer. That way that we don't completely soak to the top is also, it's not halacha Moshe Sinai. It's just so that we make sure it doesn't get torn, because if people see that it's a little open, they'll be more delicate, more careful. Then the Gemara says a story about Moshe Rabbeinu and Eli Navi, how they did not see God chas v'chalila. They only knew God's presence was there, but they never actually saw God. It's impossible to see God. Then the Mishnah says, Hakol kshirim kol Megillah. Anybody can read the Megillah out of a cheresh, a deaf person, a shote, and a katan. So who is the author of this Mishnah? Since why is deaf person puzzled? So the Gemara, I'm telling you guys the maskana. The maskana is that the Mishnah is Rabbi Yehuda, and that Rabbi Yehuda allows you, beti evet, to not hear yourself. That's why Rabbi Yehuda says that you're not allowed to read the Megillah if you're a cherish, but you are yotze b'diavad. Then the brayso that says that for truma, you can do truma lechatchila even as a deaf person. That is not Rabbi Yehuda, that is Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir says that he doesn't care at all about listening, hearing yourself when you make a bracha. And then the Bryce of Birkas Hamazon that says that if you're Yotze B'diavad, that indeed is Rabbi Yehuda. This is the end of the summary of Masechet Megillah Daf Yotet.